Today's module is about making the most of a trade show. How many of you have done trade shows? You know, I attend them all the time, and I am really amazed at what goes on. Actually, I'm amazed at what doesn't go on. There are people that don't want to talk to anybody. There are people that spend all their time talking to each other in the booth, and they never do any business. Going to a trade show is a way for you to make good connections and follow up and see if you have potential customers. So I'm going to talk about how to do that. The first thing is to decide why you're going to the trade show. It's a way for you to make connections, correct? It's a way for you to meet people. It's a way for you to showcase your business, which means you have to be prepared when you go to the trade show. You want to make sure you have enough business cards. You want to make sure you have enough brochures and things to hand out. And you also need something to be going on at your booth. You need to be prepared. So the question is, are you ready? Have up-to-date literature. Let's not have old stuff that you bring to the trade show just because you say, oh, you know, I found this in the closet. Let's give this out. No, let's give out up-to-date literature, and let's not give a lot of heavy stuff out because people don't like carrying things around at the trade show. So if you want to give them something to carry it in. I'll never forget, I don't know if it happens anymore, but there's a trade show I go to in the floor covering industry, and there was a company who had like a little carry-on box. It was on wheels. Everybody wanted one of those, so everybody went to that booth. And oh, by the way, it was called Urine Off, and everybody wanted it because you could put things in it. So if you're going to give them something, please make sure you give them something to carry it in, all right? Get photos of people who come to your booth. Ask if it would be okay if you took a photo with them so that you could post it on your Facebook and you could get it out there. You could talk about the trade show and what you're doing. Your customers will love to know that you were at a trade show. Look your best. Make sure your makeup looks good, that you're wearing nice clothing, and that you're feeling good, and you, at the end of the day, look just as good as when you started. It's important at these things to be excited. Even though I know it's a long day, you may be out there for 7 hours standing there, but the customer wants you to be excited. You need to come out from behind the booth and talk to people. Appear friendly and accessible. Again, stand in front of the booth and the display rather than behind it. And don't spend a lot of time talking to the person that you're with because you're going to miss customers. And sure, you're going to get tired as the day goes on. But remember, you're there to make friends and to meet people, so you've got to keep yourself up. Make sure you've got a snack back there. Maybe you need some kind of a protein drink to get you going, but make sure you can make it through the whole time. Smile, look happy, and speak to everybody who comes by. Don't decide because of the way they look, and you know we do this all the time, that you don't like the way they look and they couldn't possibly be your kind of customer. You never know who is your customer. You also need a 30-second speech, just a little bit something about what you do. And it's not that you just sell widgets, it's you sell widgets that do something for the customer. Remember, the customer buys features that benefit them. So you're always trying to figure out how your product will benefit them. And don't forget, the key is to asking lots of questions. That's how you build friends. It's not a question of you go up and you do this commercial for 3 minutes. It's a question of you ask them about their business, who they are, what they do, and make sure you get their card, or if you can scan their card, however that works. But make a note on the back of the card. What do you remember about them? Why are you supposed to call them? What is it that you think is the connection? If you don't do that, by the time you get home, all the cards will look alike. You've got to know your business. Take advantage of free publicity. There is always a camera around. There's always somebody from the press trying to get some interesting information. So have something to talk to them about. Ask them, where will this be shown? How can I get a copy of it? Make sure you write down your name and your phone number so you can connect with them. Free publicity is great, and sometimes it's hard to get. Ask again, where can I find this? Is it all right if I get a copy of it? I can't tell you how many people will give out an interview and never ask, where will it be and can I see it? Be informed about your business. Understand what you do. Anyone at a trade show should be able to talk with anybody who comes from the press. I've been at trade shows and I've seen lots of people say, oh no, I can't talk to you. The only person who can say anything is my owner. They've just turned down an opportunity. If you're going to send somebody to the trade show and you're not going and you are the owner, make sure they know what they can say and that they take advantage of this opportunity. Learn how to make small talk. Build rapport with people going by. You don't have to tell them always about your business. Find out what they think about the trade show. Ask them about their business. Ask them about what they're doing. Remember, don't talk too much. They've already been talked to death by everybody else. If you can, make an appointment to see them later, or make an appointment to talk with them, or ask if it would be okay if you send them an email. Remember why you're at the show. Show interest in everybody that comes to your booth. You're there to get to know people. You're there to build relationships. The only way to do that is to talk to people and ask them questions. The other thing is go chat with other vendors. You never know what you'll find out, or maybe something you could pick up that will be very, very useful. Have a giveaway if you can. Anything small that they can bring home and they don't have to carry that's really heavy. Because if it's really heavy, I can assure you when they get out the door, they're going to leave it there. Ask about their social media. Say, can we connect on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Google Circles? Find out a way that you can stay in touch after the program. That's really important. Or do you have a blog that I might read? Or would you follow us on our blog? The other thing is if you can have a demonstration of your product, that is really good. Let's say you're doing a floor installation. Is it possible, let's say you're doing a laminate installation, could you have some of those boards out there and you could begin to talk about how easy it is and how this can be done by a do-it-yourselfer? Anything that builds interest. And have a drawing. Once every hour, have a drawing for anything. It could be a $15 gift card to Barnes & Noble, but give them something. Can I give you one of my cards? Be very polite. Let's just not be throwing out cards to people. Let's ask them, would it be okay if I give you one of my cards? Most likely they'll say yes. But you know what? If they say yes, that's really good. And if they say no, please, I'm just inundated with cards, I prefer that you call me, there you go. Remember that consistency is better than good salesmanship, and this is the essence of customer service. Being at the trade show, meeting people, and going home with leads. That's what you need to do. So as you go back and you start to work, here are my suggestions. One is you begin to look at what trade shows are we going to go to, how many people will be going, what are the things we need to bring with us, how will we have a giveaway, is there something that we can do that would demonstrate our product, and how do we continue to build relationships? It's time for you to go to work.